Hey everybody, on today's episode I'm going to be installing this TurboLock keyless access. It's basically just a keypad lock, but it's not like a smart lock or anything like that that you can use your phone with. It just has a simple keypad on the front of it. Here's the box and everything that comes with it. Of course, you have your instructions, a little guide for how to put it in, and then the lock itself. This one's their brass lock. There's your little keypad. There's your little keypad. And it's kind of a black with the brass accents, which match a lot of the other things that we have. So let's go ahead and install it. So let's go ahead and take the old lock off. In the instructions it does cover how to completely install and drill a new hole in your door if that's what you need to do. But like I said, I'm just replacing my existing one, so I don't need to do the drilling the holes and all that kind of stuff. So on most of these you're going to have 2 screws here and 2 screws here for the actual doorknob. You want to go ahead and take those out. Occasionally you have to hold this back side here because it'll start to move around on you and it'll be really hard to unscrew the screw because this is basically a screw that goes all the way through the door and holds these 2 plates together. We've got that guy out. Just go ahead and pop these 2 pieces out. And then you still have your actual locking mechanism in here. So you want to go ahead and pop that out. See, it just pops out like that. And then there's what actually controls your door. So we've got our new unit. We have to do the same thing. It ships kind of put together like this, just like you would with the door here. So you got to go ahead and do the exact same thing where you take out the 2 screws here, which I'm going to go ahead and do off camera because I already showed you the other one. Also, it has this little tab, or this little protector on it that you want to peel off. That's just to protect the door piece while it's shipping. There's a little bit more to taking this apart than I originally thought, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you guys what I did. This is how it ships. Of course, these are tight, so you want to take those 2 off. And when you get to this part, this is the actual battery of the unit. So you'll put 2 AAA batteries in there. So I made a small mistake. This actually takes 4 batteries. So you have 2 on the side where the plug is, and then you have 2 on the back side. So you just want to make sure to get 4 batteries for it, not 2 like I originally said. Just like that, put them in there. This piece is run through all of this and is plugged in right here. So you want to go ahead and unplug that and work it all the way back through. This had one of those protective pieces on it, so I went and took that off as well. And then on this side, you shouldn't need to do anything. Do want to point out while we're here, this little piece is a removable piece. And what you can do is you have this piece and you put batteries in here. You put 4 AAA batteries in here. And then if the batteries in here die, you can plug that in and still be able to open the door because the battery pack is on what is the lock side of the door. So you can plug that into there, program your door, get the code in that you need, and then get to the batteries and take it all apart that way. The way they did this is actually pretty nice because you only have to undo 2 screws and pop this off to be able to get to the battery. Now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and reinstall everything. So you want to install the piece in here first. Make sure that the rounded edge goes to where it's going to be closing, so it'll slide along there. You don't want it like this where it's going to bash against it. You just slide that in. Put in your screws. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this one doesn't sit quite flush like the old one did. I tested it, it still closes okay and everything like that. If yours sticks out too far and it doesn't sit quite flush like mine, you just take a small chisel and just chisel out a little bit more and get whatever you need. So next we're going to take the keypad part with our wire. And obviously make sure the keypad is facing the right direction. You want to feed the wire through the little hole in the middle. There's a little square piece here in the middle, and then 2 holes that these pieces fit through. And that should line everything up nicely for you. Now that that's done, I've got the other piece without the battery in it. So you can use these 2 little holes here. It's under the battery pack to actually stick your screwdriver through here like that and be able to screw those 2 in. So you feed the wire through like before. You want to be careful with this wire because it is pretty delicate. Like that. Line the middle piece up again. And these screws will meet up with the other side. Go ahead and screw those in. See there how the screwdriver just fits straight through? Alright, grab your battery. Put your batteries in. Whoop. Launch one across the floor. Alright, so you've got that. It's all enclosed. Then you've got your 2 screws. You want to line those up and make sure they go through the holes on the battery pack. So now at the door we'll grab this little ring. Slide that on first. Plug in the battery pack after that. Run the screws through both of them. Like that. Put your wire back in, being careful not to put it in the 2 spots that the screws are going to be sitting in. And go ahead and tighten all of it down. Now that that's in, you want to change out the plate. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you're installing a brand new one, obviously you do. I'm going to go ahead and change it out because the other one's gold and this one I think matches a little bit better. As I was saying before, in the actual instructions for this, it does give you instructions on how to put in all the holes and install this if it's a brand new door and brand new door jamb. And for that you'll probably need like a chisel and a drill and some stuff like that. But it goes through all of that in the instruction manual. Go ahead and drop the new one in with the new screws. After we'll do this, we'll go ahead and program the lock with our code and get that all up and working. The default code it comes with is 0123 pound. And as soon as it's done beeping, you can put in whatever code you want and hit star. Now that's the new code. So if you notice, the door isn't unlocking at all. You put in the code, and you can unlock it. Now I notice as soon as it's done beeping, you can't unlock it anymore. So even if you put in the code and let it stop, you can't unlock it. So it's got a timer on it. So if you don't unlock it while it's beeping, you gotta put the code in again. Alright everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to buy your own lock, I'll have that linked down in the video description along with batteries and things like that. Those are all through the Amazon Associate program. So if you do use those links, I get a little bit money back for that, which I in turn put into buying more things to install and put in on the channel. So it helps me out, helps me make videos for you guys. So if you want to support me that way, that's awesome. I've actually got a couple projects coming up with things that I bought using that using money that I got from that program. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or comments. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.